everybody, my name is Paula. Welcome back to Purpose Fit. I have a little flow for loosening up the lower back, and we'll also do some hamstring opening, a little bit of back bends, so just care for your spine and the little bonuses along with it. So whenever you're ready, you can join me on your mat. If you have a yoga block, go ahead and grab one. I'd love for you to use it. If not, a couple of firm pillows would be great, or even a sturdy book. So grab what you have, otherwise I'll give you some modifications for other things that you can do. And when you're ready, we will get started. So find a nice comfortable seat wherever you are. Try to calm down, quiet your space, and close down your eyes if it works for you. And I'd love for you to create this visual of breathing up and down the spine as we begin here. Since we're focusing this practice on taking care of our spine, see if you can use each inhale, starting at the tailbone, inhale to work your way up each vertebra all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale to breathe back down the length of your spine. Using this not only to track your breath and maybe even smooth out your breath, but also using this to really notice each space of your spine. What spaces does it feel comfortable and loose? And what spaces does it feel a little bit tight or tense? And if it works for you, keep that visual, inhaling, starting at the bottom, working your way all the way up to the crown of the head, exhaling all the way back down. And maybe it works to also imagine that you could physically use each breath to create more space in between each vertebra. Take another couple breaths, keeping your focus on the length of the spine. Reminding ourselves as we begin here that most of yoga is poses used to lengthen out and realign the spine. Because with a happy spine, a comfortable spine, the whole rest of your body feels better. So as you lengthen out the spine, as you get in a more comfortable seat, notice how the chest naturally lifts, the shoulders relax. Notice how your hips and knees begin to settle. Notice how this easy seat really does become easier when you feel that length and that alignment. Take a couple more breaths here, maybe setting an intention or just keeping your focus on that, inhaling up and down the spine with each breath. And then when you're ready, you can let the eyes open and we'll begin to move. So starting with a big circle with the torso. Inhale, come over to one side and then forward. Exhale, over to the other side and back. So you can start out nice and small with it, but keep in mind that each circle you take, it should get a little bit bigger. So allow yourself to move deep through each space, noticing again where you find those tight spots, noticing where it feels good and easy to settle into. Take one more breath wherever you are, and then see if you can switch direction, going around the opposite way and back. Taking your time. Again, there's no rush. In fact, going a little bit too fast might make you skip some of the stretch that you're looking for here, or could even make you dizzy. So take your time, Be easy and kind to yourself. Give it one more breath in this direction. Inhale to sit up back nice and tall at center, and we're going to add on. So exhale the right hand down, reach the left arm up and over. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, now twist over to the left side, keeping a tall spine. Exhale back to center. Exhale to reach over to that right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, center. So staying with these two poses. Stretch through to the right. Inhale, center. Twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Give it a couple more here. Focusing on that stretch through the spine. Maybe feeling those additional stretches through the outside of the hips, sides of the waist. Good. Come on back to center. Inhale. Exhale to lean forward as far as you can. So maybe right away that block comes into play here. You can prop yourself up on it. If you can get further, bring it underneath your forehead and reach the arms, whatever you like, or you're just settling down. Inhale to sit yourself up. Switch the cross of your legs, and we'll go over to the other side. So exhale, left hand down, right hand reaches. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Keep going. Left side, stretch. Center. Right side, twist. And center. And if you need to slow down or speed up from my pace, go right ahead. There's no right or wrong here, as long as it feels good for you. Give it one more for each side, wherever you are. Inhale back to center. Exhale to forward fold. Same thing, you can prop yourself up or just relax down. Think about finding a little bit of reach forward with the chest as you sink down. Inhale to sit yourself up, and we'll move over into tabletop. So take your time to get there. Right away, squaring yourself up so the wrists go underneath the shoulders, the hips go over top of the knees. Pull the belly button in and up. Feel that reach forward at the crown of the head, that reach back at the tailbone. From here, see if you can inhale, lift into your cow pose. Exhale, round into your cat. So going through at your own pace here. Breathing deep as you go. Giving yourself time to breathe through each pose, giving yourself time to fully transition. Give it one more for each. And then finding that neutral spine, pull the belly button in and up. We're going to inhale to kick the right leg back. Bring the left hand behind the head, elbow nice and wide. Now if this gets way too wobbly, you can always reach the hand forward, or you can tap the hand down, tap the toes down. So see if you can lift, elbow out to the side, leg behind you. Inhale. Exhale, round the upper back, bring elbow and knee together. Inhale to reach. Exhale to round. See if you connect. It is a little bit more wobbly, so take your time. Breathe through it. Do your best. If you have to tap down and jump back in, that's no big deal. Give it a couple more breaths here. Inhale, reach the hand forward this time. Exhale to set the hand down and bring your leg in between the hands for a low lunge. If hands to the mat is too far, you can always prop up on that leg. Take an inhale to reach the chest forward. Exhale to sink the hips down. One more inhale. Exhale to shift the hips back over that left knee, straightening the front leg and lifting the toes up towards the ceiling for a half split. Take an inhale here. Option to stay right there, or exhale, walk your hands up and over to that left side. Hips are going to shift a little bit to the right. Stay for a breath. Inhale it all back to center. Exhale to soften down. See if you can go slightly further. Inhale to come back into that low lunge. Exhale to keep the left hand down, reach the right hand up. Being careful that the right knee stays over top of the right ankle. Inhale to set it down. Exhale to step back into your tabletop. From here, inhale to walk the hands forward, a handprint, find a kneeling plank, so letting the hips drop. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to lift, baby cobra or high cobra. Exhale back to a child's pose. Staying there for just one breath. Inhaling yourself right back up to tabletop. And we're going to try it again on the other side. So make sure you're as square as you can get before we get started here. Pull the belly button in and up nice and strong. Kick the left leg back, inhale. Right hand behind your head, elbows super wide. Exhale to round. See if you can connect. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Do your best. Don't worry about any wobbling. Don't worry if it feels super strange and off balance. As you lift and inhale, try to really squeeze the shoulder blade back. Open the chest. Exhale, round. Pull the belly button in and up. Nice light touch of the hand behind the head. Try not to pull against your head. Let's give it a couple more breaths. Inhale, reach the hand forward, reach the leg back. Exhale, hand goes down. Step that left foot in between the hands. Find your low lunge. Inhale to feel the chest lift. Exhale to sink the hips forward. Inhale to pause. Exhale to shift back for your half split. So as best you can, get those hips right over top of that back knee. Straighten through the leg and pull your toes back. Option is stay right here, or you can take that diagonal, reach up and over to the right side. Hips will slightly shift to the left. Create that feeling of length in the spine, crown of the head reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Inhale to bring it back to center. Exhale to fold down any amount more. Inhale, bend into that front knee again. Find your low lunge. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Inhale to set it down. Exhale to step back into tabletop. Right back into it. Inhale, kneeling plank. So hands forward, find that straight line. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to lift. Find your back bend. Exhale into your child's pose, pausing again just for one breath. And when you're ready, stretch yourself into your first downward facing dog. So from that child's pose, I like to just tuck the toes, square the knees, reach the hands forward and lift up and back with the hips to find that nice V shape. Move around if you want to. Pedal out, shake the head. Do what feels good. And then when you're ready, settle in. Inhale to lift the right leg nice and high. Try to keep the hips square. Exhale, bring it through in between the hands. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach really, really tall. Exhale to hook the thumbs and bring the palms facing forward. Reach up and back for a little baby back bend. Inhale to unwind the hands back to high crescent. Exhale, lean forward halfway. Inhale to pause. Exhale, the left hand down, the right hand reaches up. Twist your chest open to the right side. Inhale to lift back to high crescent. Exhale, lean forward, this time lifting off of that back foot for warrior three. Pause for a breath. Inhale to stand up nice and tall. Bring that left foot forward. Exhale to cross your left foot in front of the right. Inhale, reach taller through the sides of the waist. Exhale, forward fold. This is where I like to have a block because it's a little bit tighter with the legs crossed. It's nice to have something to land your hands on. Try to press down evenly through both feet. And yes, squeeze the inner thighs together a bit so you keep your balance. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale to fold. Really press down through the feet. Inhale to rise all the way up. Arms reach. Exhale, unwind your feet. Take an inhale here. Exhale to fold. Inhale for flat back. Exhale, fold. Take the hands down. Option for your vinyasa here or skip it. Inhaling in a plank. Exhaling to lower. Inhale to lift. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can take a child's pose here. Just settle in for a rest. One breath. Switching to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through in between the hands. Squeeze inner thighs together. Inhale, rise, high crescent. Exhale, hook the thumbs, palms face forward. Reach up and back, baby back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean forward halfway, unhooking the thumbs. Inhale to pause. Exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches. Roll the chest open to the left side. Inhale, back to center. Shoulders over hips. Exhale, lean forward, lifting off of that back foot for warrior three. Pause for a breath. Stay steady and strong if you do it. Inhale to stand up nice and tall at the top. Bring the right foot to the top. Exhale, cross the right foot in front of the left. Inhale to reach taller. Exhale to fold down. Land your hands down wherever they go. Maybe it's the block, maybe it's your legs, maybe it's the ground. Soften in and find that stretch. Relax the upper body down as you lift through the tailbone. One more breath. Inhale, lift into flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, unwind the feet. Inhale at center. Exhale, fold. Option for your vinyasa or skip it. You can go through it. You can take a different pose. You can take a rest. Whatever you like here. Reaching it all back. Finding a nice comfortable place to rest, either in down dog or in child's pose. Take one more solid breath here. Inhale to bring yourself forward. Exhale, drop the knees down nice and easy. We're going to swing the feet around in front. Have the block handy as you lay back down. So taking your time to lay down, taking your time to breathe here. When you get to the mat, nice and easy, hug your knees into your chest. And maybe it feels good to just squeeze them into center, rock side to side. Maybe it feels better to have one knee in each hand and take those little circles. Then we're going to plant our feet, setting up for supported bridge pose. So this is where your block or a couple sturdy pillows will come in really handy. Just something you can rest your hips on so that you don't feel like you have to hold yourself up. If you want to go without and just hold your bridge, by all means, build some strength and go there. But for the sake of releasing tension in the lower back and lengthening the spine, we'll take this supportive version. So press into the feet, lift the hips just enough to sneak your block right underneath the hips. You don't want it underneath the lower back because that's going to cause some strain. You want to have it under the hips so that when you do settle yourself into it, you really feel supported. You feel like you can put all of your weight there without getting nervous or feeling wobbly. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe walk the shoulder blades together underneath you. Maybe really ground down the hands beside you. And then we're going to try some movement. Inhale to reach the right leg nice and tall. Exhale to make a little circle with it. And we are going to keep this one little. Just feel that rotation in the hip joint as you circle your leg around. Maybe feel a little strengthening in the core as you do it. Good job. Take a couple more breaths. Now you can plant your foot back down or practice straightening that leg out. See how that feels. That's a little bigger stretch through the front of the hip and a little bigger back bend. Bring that right foot back to center and we'll send the left leg up. Inhaling to reach it tall. Exhale to find that little circle. Just rotating it out, feeling that motion, doing the best you can. Good. Slowly bring that leg back down, maybe bending it or straightening it for a breath. And then we'll bend both knees, bringing the feet back in underneath for supported bridge pose. So you have your feet planted, but you should have probably little to no weight there. And again, if you want to try that straight leg variation, go for it. Maybe you want to reach the hands up and overhead or find some different space that way. Go for it. Give yourself a couple more breaths here. And then when you are ready, press into the heels to lift the feet just enough, or lift the hips just enough to move that block out of the way and slowly lower it down. And as you lower down, take your time when your tailbone hits the mat to let the knees go side to side like windshield wipers. Maybe you want to keep it nice and small. Maybe you can let your knees drop all the way over to the side for a bigger twist. Good job. And then when you're ready, find your final resting pose, straightening out through the legs, letting your spine find those natural curves, letting your limbs, hands and feet really relax. Taking a second to close down the eyes and just feel that breath in and up through the length of your spine. Inhaling from the bottom of your tailbone to the crown of the head. Exhaling from the crown of the head right back down to the tailbone. Caring for our spine here so we can be supported in everything else that we do. A lot of our physical health, the way we feel physically throughout the day, in our muscles, in our joints, starts with the spine. It's probably why back pain is one of the things people tend to complain about the most. So if that's the case for you, if you are feeling some strain in the lower back, hopefully this practice could help you. Remind yourself that this practice of yoga is meant to care for your spine first and foremost, and then you get the benefits of stretch through other muscles as well as the breath work and the control of thoughts as you find your focus. Staying in this space as long as you need to, and when you're ready, moving around as you need to wake back up, maybe wiggling fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, bending elbows, bending knees, taking your time to roll over to one side and pause there for maybe a breath before you press up to that tall and comfortable seat. Inhaling up nice and tall, comfortable seat right where we started. Allowing yourself to feel that ease, that release in the spine as you sit taller, relax more into your easy seat. And together we bring the hands to the third eye center, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. We bring the hands to the mouth, reminding us to speak clear and loving words. And we rest the hands at the heart, reminding us of our clear and loving intentions. Thank you for joining me for practice today. Namaste.